gosh. Okay. Jeez. Oh. Well, hi. Now I do have stuff in the oven, so I'll probably not be able to run the raid until after. But I'll probably try to get to the raid and then just see how the raid goes. Because I have until like 7:10 or 7:20, and so I have to take the stuff out or like mess with it. Agdistis was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth that secret of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad I am that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. Let's speak further of Athena's fate. The vision you saw told his story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. I can see why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Erechthonios could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemithoi. I know what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your history, we shall hear it after we have returned Erechthonios to safety, in accordance with Agdistis' last wish. Very well. I can at last assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend pandemonium to his will. There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus every effort on securing a safe means of approach. Nahabreya, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Dexter's Phantom Warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight with Tardos would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I mean, we've already done so much. I take it that you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand has he become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events played out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. Oh, just gonna unlock it right away. Oh, per. Abyssos the 8th wheel. 8th circle, not wheel. So I'd say if this goes well, I can do this and like have my food, like finish the quest line before my food finishes, which is a big dream, girl. Please. I had quick cues all this time. Don't do this to me now. I mean, the good news about there being Dancing Plague weapons is that means that people are going to be running Dancing Plague a lot more. So maybe I can get the mount, because maybe everybody else will already have the mount already and just be going for the weapons. There might still be too many people over here. When everything was happening, I was like, okay, let me go to the island sanctuary. And then the game was like, the server is too congested. And I'm like, girl. Yeah, I don't think I can go in. I can't even do this. They said everybody's done with content now, so you can't get in. That scared me. But that's just my controller dying. Or not dying, turning off. That's not what I meant to do. I was about to say, I was like, what do you mean I can't even enter my own house because of the server load? What? I don't even know where I got this pewter ore. Where did I even get this? Oh, maps. Duh. Okay. Thank you. Hoping and praying this goes well. First try real quick so I can go get my food. Yes, I returned this to do literally the last raid, and then I'm gonna go take my shit out the oven.
And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
I'm just gonna say I had to do a lot. I had to. I don't know what solved it, but I looked up how to solve it, and it was like 3 different people said 3 different things. Because what would happen is I'd stream on my play, like after my internet crashed, I'd stream on my PlayStation, but it wouldn't say I was on air and it wouldn't stream. So I looked it up and like 3 different people had like 3 different solutions. I did one each and it wasn't working. So I just like stopped. I did all of them at once, turned my PlayStation off for like 30 minutes, turned it back on, re-signed in, and then went in, and I was able to do it. And I was like, thank God. Like, this is too much. It's not that. It was like, it wasn't connecting to Twitch. Like, I guess the internet hiccuping just like fucked up the PlayStation for a second for like connecting to Twitch, which is really irritating. I remember a similar thing happened to me before.
Out of my sight! Leave naught but ash in your wake! Let seep sorrow into your heart! A fitting death!
I'm not understanding. Me fighting with my PlayStation was just acting the hell up. Now I'm just like, my brain is just like mush. I had to do so much in hopes to get this shit fixed. And when I saw the red light, I was like, oop, well, I got shit in the oven, so let's hurry this up. But that also depends on if this party can beat it first
You
try.
are afraid to be consumed.
Yeah. So it's like I had to turn the setting off and on. I had to unlink and relink my Switch. I had to reset my stream key is what somebody said helped fix it for them. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but okay. So then, like, of course, I was like, and then people were like, you have to have two-factor authentication. I checked and I was like, I have two-factor authentication. And then it was like, oh, you have to have this setting off. And then I looked and I was like, I have that setting off. Oh, that was literally the edge, girl.
From Fulgen's flame my servants rise. Out of my sight! I shall see my wish fulfilled.
I'm really praying this party knows what they're doing, bro, because I really don't want my shit to burn. Oh, I just noticed we have two white mages, please. Uh-oh.
You will know my rage.
Okay.
Sear flesh from bone.
Okay. That's what I was expecting of that.
Leave naught but ash in your wake. I tire of this farce.
Not this mentor just like being the only one trying to go to the wrong area.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are prey to be consumed.
Okay. Ectothermic. That's the right line.
Perish in flame's embrace. Go forth and and sate your boundless hunger. Fulgent flame, my servants rise. Let seep sorrow into your heart.
I mean, the good thing about playing with the actual game audio is that some of these bosses have like audio cues. It's usually visual and audio, but my brain is not retaining the visual right now.
Shall see my wish fulfilled. You will know my rage.
Please.
Praying before a god. Leave naught but ash in your wake. A fitting death.
Please, we're so close. Please, please. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do this first try. Are we gonna do this first try?
From fulgent flame my servants rise. Out of my sight!
A gaze of the abyss. Please. Isn't that like almost a Zenyatta voice line? Because when they say gaze into the abyss, please. Okay. Now do I have to frantically... Not frantically, I probably have time. I will check on my food though, but I might... I'll like get out. I know there's gonna be a cutscene, but I'll get out and just let it sit there. Oh, not 65, girl. Not 19. Not 6. Well, I'm gonna have to run all this shit again. Okay, well, while the cutscene loads in, let me go check my food just to make sure I have time to read through all these stories. Oh, let me make sure it's on, not on automatic before I scream. Okay, good. Be right back. him back. Well, lucky you. Not everybody has good rolls or luck as me. I have terrible luck when it comes to rolling this freaking game. I get shook when I get something, honestly. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other self. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erchthonius' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erchthonios, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you had hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? My wish? You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desired to return there. What wickedness is there in amending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erchthonios beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to the vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are not but the bitter dredges of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Mother, no, then how do I... I'm just gonna say hearken to your heart. I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever in La Habrea? I will have my say. Oh. Oh. How? His mind was mine. Was, girl. I can't explain. Dexter's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. As did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. Her. How? When did your master these bonds? Oh, we've interred much worse. You worthless, you. Oh. Her. Ooh, I don't like that shot. I will say after this big cutscene, I won't read anymore aloud just to save me time, and also it's just gonna be like resolution shit, unless I like see something that is of importance. Wait, not the Asian symbol on the ground? It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. So then what the hell gonna happen the third raid tier, girl? You did well, son. Okay, girl. Not the smile, no. I would have just been rolling my eyes like, okay. Oh, per, that's the last quest. With Hephaestos' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Erechthonios above. Then he would bind Hephaestos with only half his senses intact. You quite understated his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Aubrey is looking at Erechthonios with concern. I feel no trace of Hephaestus poison your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. I made my way as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers have ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erechthonios felt that the seal of Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. Brea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed, he was not but the part of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A massive ether without a material vessel stored his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, through that we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass, she sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone that courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As the leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with the creation. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of another, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversation became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Ooh. I don't like thinking about that. Just so I believe she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiment she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Aegisthus to keep watch for Tartarus's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Uh-oh. Is that me? Oh, God. You are well aware that, out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must know you could not conceal this from myself and Aegisthus forever, as well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this once, release Erchthonios, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. Oh. Right. I would meet my end at hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one's weight little against the needs of this entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations, what possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon a path to her downfall. History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know one another more deeply than ever before. Impossible, you bound your souls. That's the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At the moment my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? Oh. I am become the memory in mind. And I thee. Though I might have to stop and take my food out the oven during this cutscene, please. Ooh, can you feel it? Girl, I'm blinded, girl. My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. How disappointing. Oh. Let me go check my food. Anyways. Okay, my food is basically done, so I'll just get through this and then finish it up and unstream. Not the soul says. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame favor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. I can just do that. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. I've never seen that name in my life. And Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. The Igarim? As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse. Should something go awry with the remaining reindeer of my soul, in hindsight to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepare a vessel beforehand that would accept the dredges of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was in the thrall of Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does the Habrea speak true? Niggas. I'm not answering for you, girl. I'm gonna say, what does your heart tell you? I am not gonna be positive about this fucking man that ruined our lives in the future, girl. I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? La Habrea, I know, had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don the mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, don't say I love you or some shit. Thank you. Thank you, Hephaestus, girl. Huh? So is Hephaestus supposed to be his real name? And La Habrea is obviously the job, so is Hephaestus like his name? I guess so. Okay, please let this quest finish. I'm hungry. Ericthonios, what do you want? He'll gather his thoughts at the gate. Girl, if I don't see that green... I'm hungry, girl. I just want this to be over. I still gotta make my sandwiches. I owe you an apology. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was easily able to take a hold of my mind. But you shouldn't say that. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis had chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. I cannot help from what he foresaw. I'm afraid I cannot allow that, Elizabeth. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. I mean, you're her son. I think that's probably how. I just gave my tea about my Azim crystal, girl. I'm good. Thank you. Is it gonna be green? Girl, how many steps are there to this goddamn fucking shit, girl? Okay, actually I'm done. We're almost. I'm so angry I would have finished this like so much earlier. The fucking internet was just not like, okay, bye. Nothing works anymore. That was so hateful. Oh, communication with the airship was lost. Uh-oh. Why is there a reflection of pandemonium in the ATSCO? Thank you. Yeah. Figured that out so late. But yeah. Why is it that whenever Danger visits this world, you are never far behind? Why are you here? Right. Girl, everybody loves him now and thinks he's a great father now all of a sudden. I'm like, girl, he was still a kind. Like, I feel like there should be no excuse for a father wanting to disown his children. Like, you literally tried to disown your children to save them from danger. But, like, you know damn well, girl. Can't stand him. Why are they bringing people I don't care about into this freaking quest line? I see why Mana hates it so much. Her, we love to see it spin. I don't know. They Square Enix really tried to be like, oh yes, like he is so kind, he's so great, all that jazz. They're like, wow, he's such a great father, like trying to save his children. He just did that out of love, and I'm like, he tried to disown his children out of love. Oh my god, what was I watching? What was I watching or seeing? Oh, it's like Mana playing Yakuza and like the Ichiban's boss or whatever, whoever he was, I can't remember, Arukawa, shot him and they were like, he shot you to save your life. And I'm like, girl, what does that mean? That's not how it works. They were fully like, he shot you to save your life. So, like, this is what it's giving me. You try to disown your children because you love them. Like, right. Like, literally, they're like, what, 17 right now? And they've been through hell and back already. And they're not even like 18 yet. And I'm like, girl, they can take it. They've done more fights and like overworld shit and all that shit more than he ever has in his lifetime, girl. Terry, how much of this damn quest line do we have? I lost interest. I just want this to end. They had to pull him up just when I thought it was over. Wait a minute, does that mean that the rest of Pandemonium is going to be in the Aetioscope Pandemonium? If so, I think that's kind of iconic. Okay, good. I go back home, bitch. Leave me alone. I hate when NPCs I don't like invade side quests. Like I'm like, girl, mind your business. Thank you. Thank you. It's over. Now I can end. Now I'm free. I'm gonna see if I can go to my island sanctuary, but it was saying server was congested, like the server load was congested. Try again later. So I don't even know if I can even fucking get into my shit, which is aggravating me. Like if I'm not able to get in until hours later, I'm gonna scream. Like I said earlier, they really said, "Oh yeah, we overloaded, girl." Like everybody's like, "Oh, we're done with content. Let's play Island Sanctuary," and now I can't even get in. I mean, like, what ATScope is like basically the aether flow of the world, right? So logistically, I think that like it showing up there would have something to do with that. Will I even ever be able to get to Island Sanctuary? Will I even be able to get to Island Sanctuary tonight? It's gonna be like midnight by the time I can get in. I'm so aggravated. I'm gonna teleport to my house and just end stream. Yes! I'm getting a server load error. There's so many fucking people on Island Sanctuary, I guess, on my server that like I can't even get in. Well, have you tried in the middle of the day? Because apparently that's the move. That's the thing happening. Like when the internet went out and it came back on and I couldn't stream, I was like, "Ugh, let me go to Island Sanctuary," and I was like, server load at capacity, and I was like, then what am I supposed to do? Well, damn. Okay, I guess people on Coeurl just popping off in the Island Sanctuary, guys. Because, girl, it's giving housing right now. The amount of people just sitting out in front of the fucking NPC, it's giving housing. Or it's giving old housing. Anyways, let me go make my food and just relax. And just cool down because what a time we went through today. I will just read Mona Russell because Mona Russell streaming. So let's put that raid through. But I will see y'all then. Here's a raid message if y'all want to use it. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I was planning on streaming tomorrow, but I'm like, what is there even to stream? So I might not. So I don't know when I'll see y'all again. Hopefully soon, but I'll see y'all whenever. But I'll see y'all next time. Bye.